Alright, now I mentioned at the start of this that some of the books are blank at the beginning, can later be read. Well, if you get the Ring of the Dead, they become readable because apparently they're written to death. So let's start with Secrets of the Staff. As to the creature that was sealed, even speaking its name is dangerous. It can surely hear its dark name as it passes my lips. But I shall dare to say it, the name of the beast. The Warlock Lord, the Witch King, Tallymore, the Black, one beast, so many names, buried deep in the bowels of Shadowgate, he sleeps. Only the Staff of Ages keeps him from our world, the staff created by the Circle of 12 and wielded by King Jer. And know this, that neither wisdom, nor magic, nor bravery could destroy the evil one forever. He sleeps nothing more. And as he slept, when the morning sun rose, the Staff of Ages was lost once again into legend. But the legend may be found again, mayhaps deep within the castle itself, mayhaps in the Witch King's dark embrace, mayhaps within the jowls of a dragon of stone mounted on wings of leather. Mayhaps the legend is nothing more than foolish talk. And there's a diagram of the Staff of Ages. The Abyss of Darkness. Pay heed those who wish true power. Be aware, for darkness is right beside you. Like spring water, the darkness gently draws near, only to lead you astray. Like those seeking to stake a thirsty heart, it gleams as fresh water. It swallows with the power of a raging river. In its current, you cannot quench your thirst. No, your thirst only hungers for more. Thus you seek more. That is the power of black or death magic, and its source, the dark places of the heart where light does not go. When one steps into the world of darkness, his soul is twisted and disfigured. He is reborn into a shape in which darkness dwells. There is, therefore, no longer a place in this land of light for one such as this. Travel guide. A good staff is very important for travelers. You can beat the brush as you walk, or you can use it as a defense against poisonous snakes and other deadly creatures. A staff can be made from branches or even twigs. Travelogue. I fear for my life. That's why I pressed on and did not spend the night on this road. Too many bandits. But now I am here, in this den of thieves, this cold and desolate place. How I long for home. Petition. To Captain of the Guard, we find the conditions of the roads intolerable. Bandits freely attack and plunder most of our caravans. We respectfully ask that you solve this problem. The Traders Guild. Worth noting that was found in the bandit haunt. Research log. My research goes poorly. Of all the things that I have been asked to study and report on, the good master gave me this. Where is the last dragon? He has this look in his eye. I feel that he already knows the answer even before he asked it. It is best if I try to organize my thoughts and clarify my ideas. First of all, two things are very clear. No one has seen a living dragon in hundreds of years. But somewhere within that time, an effort was made to search for the species. According to legend, it was a powerful group that attempted to save the dragons. One legend says it was the Circle of 12. Another says it was the Dragon Warder clan. a family entrusted to care for and maintain the beasts. The clan has since died out. I choose, however, to believe that it was a combination of the two. Lakmir working with a dragon warder named Darth. I have found dozens that tell of a journey that lasts seasons and spans continents. But this is where the story becomes legend once again. A children's rhyme is all I have documenting Lost Dragon. It reads, "Dragon, dragon stands alone, dragon, dragon turned to stone, dragon, dragon comes again, dragon, dragon at the end." This brings me back no closer to my answer. Where is the Lost Dragon? Lakmir knows. Novice's Journal. I curse this day, the last day that the tower will be open. The last of the Brotherhood have decreed this day the beginning of the end for their sect. If only the good master was still around, then this day would have never come. I do not know who to blame more, the power-hungry like Belzor, or the weak-minded like the current king. There have been too much turmoil, too much upheaval. I am even beginning to hear voices. I know them to be voices from the past, from time. In the examiner's room, I hear the voice say, "Oh, to the king," and to sit in my rightful place. The times being such as they are, I have even began to question my sanity. Still, I wonder, is the tower lamenting its fate like I am? The Brotherhood report. There is talk amongst the Brotherhood since the death of good Master Lakmir. There are some who push for a successor to be named Belzer. This makes all of us uncomfortable. True, he is the most powerful and well-learned among us, but he's also been said to use death magic. This Belzer has even gone about proclaiming that he should be instated into the legendary Circle of 12, which ceased to exist centuries ago. Pride of the matter. But it all goes back to the black arts. It is rumored that Lakmir forbade Belzer from taking the challenge. It was not until after Lakmir died that Belzer took the test of the Tower of Trials, and since that time it has been said that Belzer has become even more eccentric. It is curious, because we of the Brotherhood feel we are without direction and need a leader. But to choose one such as Belzer, who defiled the orders of the preferred teacher, seems unthinkable. The Writings of Connor. I think it was after King Jar died that I first heard Lakmir speak of death magic. At that time, I did not know why he was speaking about such a subject, but now I realize that may have been what Lakmir first saw Belzer's inclinations towards the black arts. Lakmir explained that everyone has two natures, a good nature and an evil nature, and that the two are always warring with each other. From birth on, a person is never truly free of that struggle. Even someone like himself, he says, experiences doubts. I knew Lakmir thought fondly of Belzer. A testament to this was that he did not banish him altogether for using the black arts, but rather just forbade him from using them again and prohibited him from taking the test of the Tower of Trials. This might have been Lakmir's biggest mistake, but who knows the workings of Lakmir's mind. Belzer's power exceeded that of all the other disciples. Many believed, certainly I among them, that he was to become Lakmir's successor. Maybe Lakmir believed there was hope for Belzer, that struggles would continue and that good would win out. And I might have believed this myself, for Belzer seemed to change for the better, but then Lakmir passed on. That was when Belzer changed again, disobeying Lakmir's commands. He took the testing of the tower. He passed the deadly tests and came away with a harder heart, craving more power. Something happened that tipped the balance to the black arts. It is hard to say what happened at that time. but it's easier to trace what has transpired since then. His arrogance increased as he first attempted to be named successor of Lakmir. Next, he attempted to be installed as a member of the Circle of 12. The audacity of this man, but nevertheless, his power increased, and he grew more erratic. He was thwarted at all attempts to legitimize his rank. This only served to agitate him further. His erratic behavior deluded him more from following Lakmir's vision. How ironic that this most gifted disciple would destroy his noble dreams. Talk of Lakmir's ability to sense the future seems to be false, for he is gone and a madman has destroyed the proud tradition that the high hopes of the Sorcerer Guild. As of this writing, there are few of us left carrying on the way. We still seek learning, but the towers are closed to us. The wards and magics remain strong, preventing most from entering. The secrets and meanings of our trade are also fading. There are few here who continue to teach the way. Those that do have to contend with Belzer every time he returns. Belzer seeks something he cannot find. I shudder to think what he's contemplating. The dark ways that he has embraced could be the undoing of us all. At night, I often dream. A pair of yellow eyes stare at me. The hatred emanating from them is also smothering. I fear that something terrible is coming. The Trials of the Kingdom. And so, Lakmir the Timeless worked towards transforming the castle Shadowgate into a place of teaching. A place of service. A place where all could come and learn, commoner and noble alike. The search for magic was denied to no one. This proved to be the demise of the plan. Where the mechanisms of training were put in place, this allowed those both skilled and unskilled in the magical arts to vie for the sorcerer rank and the ring of the kingdom. Those born with the gift did not suffer long, those who had no magic in them. They became prideful and deemed the teachings too easy in order to accommodate their lesser brethren. Thus, an elitist attitude formed for those pursuing the humble station, servant to the kingdom. A deadly state of mind that ruined many a sorcerer's chance at greatness. And the mechanism for testing was erected. The trials. Those were meant to test all aspects of a man's being before he was found worthy. But even those noble tests found wanting, for the commoner thought them biased towards the noble. An example also cited was the emphasis upon crests and lineage in the test. These, many complained, were needlessly marred in the politics of the day, for many crests were but minor variations on others, and the intricacies were lost on the commoners. For example, the silent dragon of the royal family's crest was a minor variation to the screaming ones on another prominent house. 2. The double entrance to the tower on the royal crest was a slight variation from others. And the variations go on and on. Many questioned the need to know such minute, claiming it was all politics. For truly, what use is it to know the difference between the frowning boar of the House of Valdor versus the grinning boar of the House of Hurl? So, the doomed continued, festering among the up-and-coming ranks of the new sorcerers. Those in higher stations quietly questioned why Lakmir did nothing. I humbly put, see it as an oversight to one who had the crushing responsibility to help rebuild a kingdom. Yes, things continued spiraling downward until it reached its current status. Decreased enrollment. Few passed the trials, especially since the addition of the new administrator Nathor, the Timeless, one's failing health, the crumbling condition of the castle. These problems multiply as Kaltoron struggles to arise from the ashes of the Warlock Lord's madness. I wish we could be more like the Wasteland, homeland of the legendary Lord Jar. A loosely governed confederate, free to chart its own course, its own way. The Last Dragon. I finished my report, and good Master Lakmir sighed with a sad expression. I told him that there were no more known dragons. I told him that the fabled last dragon was nowhere to be found. What I did not tell the good master was that I do not believe that at all. To complete my studies, I was given the task to discover where the last dragon was. A difficult thing, since dragons were said to have long been extinct. Like any good student, I accepted my task. I studied the old tomes, interviewed many people, and traveled far. Here is what I have pieced together, and I hope I have shown wisdom in withholding my findings. There is purported to be one remaining dragon, and it is Lakmir himself who discovered this beast. I do not know from where, but I assume it will be distant. I have discovered that this past season, during the festival, something strange happened. It is well documented that on the night of the festival, a powerful storm descended upon the slopes of the Gatekeeper. The castle inhabitants rushed indoors to escape the flurry of the storm. The strange lights and fires that were grasped from behind closed windows were never truly explained. Until now. At the height of the storm, the legendary Dragon Keeper, Darth, was said to have entered the Dragon Tower. Why he was out in such a deadly storm was not known. But others tell that they saw the hulking Darth struggling to control a huge beast upon the top of the tower. The golden beast, when illuminated by lightning, bore a huge wingspan that blotted out the sky. This last part is always dismissed as drunken musings because of the source, but I wondered and pieced together more. At the height of the storm, before the strange lights began, others tell of Lakmir sneaking about and heading towards the tower. It is so unlike him, but he was described so accurately that I cannot dismiss this portion either. Sorcerers in part of the castle tell of feeling a huge expulsion of magical energy. Someone was casting a great spell, but no one knew who or why. The strange lights glimpsed in the sky imply something magical is afoot, though Lakmir has always denied any such thing. I have always found it curious that the master wizard of the castle did not sense something magical in the midst of that night. The flurry abated, but the storm continued till morning. The guardsmen tell of seeing the solemn figure of Darth leaving the castle in the early morning hours. All that he had in the world was strapped across his back. He was never seen again. I believe that the last dragon was in that tower that night. I believe that Lakmir was forced to do something he did not wish. I feel he knows that I know the story, but that he wished to remain a secret. Why that is, I cannot say. I hope my decisions in this are wise, and that the last dragon and the secret of the tower will remain until such time as they are needed. Words of Dinarth. I, Dinarth, last of the Dragon Warders, leave today. Of all the things that I have done, last night was the worst. It was the festival, a time of happiness, of joy. But I shall not celebrate, instead I shall mourn the necessity of doing what needed doing last night. The season started off with great promise. I had finished designs of my dragon lyre. A truly remarkable design that would have aided greater control over the beasts. But now that lies unfinished at my feet as I prepare to leave. I shall leave it here in the morning. To my greatest sorrow, it was under the watch of Dinarth that the last dragon was seen. There is hope that the dragon may one day be reborn, at least that is what the good master says, but I feel nothing but remorse this day. Yes, I shall leave my lyre here in mourning. and its silence shall remain as a symbol of my failure to my clan and my brethren in song and flight.